Have you ever felt disrespected in public, subjected to a demeaning joke, or made to feel small by someone you least expected it from? Have you wondered why this happens and how you can protect your dignity in such moments? The truth is, respect isn't something you can demand from others, it's something you radiate from within. In today's video, we're going to explore the powerful psychological and spiritual principles that will empower you to handle disrespect with grace and strength. If you've ever struggled with how to respond when others ridicule or belittle you, this video is for you. We will reveal the most effective strategies to regain control of your energy, shift the dynamics of any conversation, and ensure that you are treated with the respect you deserve. Not only will we dive deep into practical techniques that will help you command respect without conflict, but we'll also share insights on how to stop feeling like a victim of others' disrespect. Stay with us until the end to discover the most powerful way to respond when someone tries to undermine you. By the end of this video, you will have the tools to transform how others perceive and treat you, no matter the situation. Trust us, this journey will leave you feeling empowered and unstoppable. Please rewrite the following paragraph longer, but still keep the same idea. In addition, add personal opinions and many emotional words inside the text below. Before we begin searching for answers outside ourselves, let's pause and turn inward. Why do certain individuals treat others with such disrespect? The truth is, more often than not, it has little to do with you and everything to do with them. People who belittle others are usually projecting their feelings of inadequacy, insecurity, and fear. They're trying to elevate themselves by bringing others down. It's a sad reality that this behavior can be found in many places, in workplaces where competition runs rampant, in social circles where status is everything, and yes, even in families where power struggles and unspoken hierarchies silently linger beneath the surface. It's as if disrespect has become a way for some people to assert their worth by diminishing someone else's. But don't mistake that behavior for truth. The real key here, the powerful truth that can change everything, is that you can control how others treat you, not by demanding respect, but by being a person who commands it through your very presence and energy. When you begin to see yourself as worthy, truly worthy of kindness, understanding, and respect, you start to project that energy into the world. And the world, believe it or not, will mirror that belief back to you. If you see yourself as small, unimportant, or undeserving, the world will reflect that feeling right back to you. But when you hold your head high, when you embrace your true worth without hesitation or apology, people will start to recognize it. They may not always like it, but they will respect it. And let's be clear here, true self-respect isn't about forcing others to see your value. It's not about demanding validation from anyone. It's about embodying a presence so strong, so grounded in your auruth, that no one, absolutely no one, dares to belittle you. Imagine that kind of power, effortless, yet unshakable. That is the kind of respect you deserve, the kind that comes from within and radiates outward. It's the kind that does not need to be earned through begging or appeasing others. So, how do you develop that unshakable self-respect? It all starts with an internal shift. This is so important, and I cannot emphasize it enough. Instead of reacting to disrespect with anger, bitterness, or submission, you need to cultivate inner stillness. Learn to stand firm in who you are. Embrace the power of self-assurance, the kind that comes from knowing, deep down, that you are enough. When you do this, the world around you will start to adjust. People will begin to treat you differently, not because you're asking them to, but because you're showing them, through your energy, how to treat you. In this journey we're about to embark on, I want to share with you powerful, practical strategies that are rooted in both psychology and spiritual wisdom. These are tools designed to empower you, not just to survive the disrespect, but to handle it in such a way that commands the respect you deserve without creating conflict or tension. Whether you're in a professional environment where you're undervalued or in personal relationships where boundaries are continually tested, these techniques will completely transform the way you carry yourself. But before we dive into those, I urge you to take a moment to ground yourself. Inhale deeply. Reflect on your worth. Know that you are worthy of love, respect, and all the good things life has to offer. 1. Embody presence. The energy you bring into a room, the impression you make upon first meeting someone, this is the power you hold within you. Your presence speaks volumes before you even say a word. It's not just about what you wear or how polished your appearance may be. It's about the invisible energy you radiate, the aura you project without even trying. From the moment you step into a space, you are communicating something powerful through your body language, posture, and the way you carry yourself. When you meet someone, don't shrink. Rise to meet them with intention, with purpose. Stand tall, grounded in your self-worth, and hold steady eye contact. This isn't just a social norm, it's a subtle but profound way to express confidence, self-respect, and an undeniable recognition of your value. When you meet someone's eyes, you are saying, "I am here, fully present, and I am worthy of your attention." That simple act, looking someone in the eyes, sends a powerful message of assertiveness and strength. On the other hand, if you remain seated or, worse, divert your gaze downward, you unknowingly send a message of submission, of shrinking away. You might not even realize it, but when you avoid eye contact, you diminish your energy. This isn't about arrogance or pride, but simply honoring yourself enough to stand tall and be seen for who you are. Whether the person you are meeting is aware of it or not, your lowered gaze can trigger an unconscious perception of vulnerability or passivity, signaling to them that you are less certain of your place in the world. One of the most subtle yet powerful mistakes people make when shaking hands is looking at the other person's hand instead of their eyes. I can't stress this enough. When you focus downward, even for a brief moment, it sends a message of insecurity. The act of tilting your head slightly downward may seem like a minor gesture, but it subconsciously reinforces a lack of confidence. That small movement communicates far more than you think. It says, "I'm not sure about myself," and that's not the impression you want to leave. Instead, when you greet someone, do it with full presence. Approach them with an upright posture that shows you are in control of yourself, of the space you occupy. Breathe deeply and evenly, showing calm composure. And when you extend your hand, do it with confidence, a handshake that's firm but relaxed. A handshake that says, "I'm here, and I acknowledge you with respect." Remember, respect begins with how you hold yourself in space. Every room you walk into should feel your presence as a gift, not something to be judged, measured, or diminished. When you enter a space, enter as though you are contributing something invaluable to that environment, not as someone seeking validation from others. Your presence should be a declaration of your worth, of your right to be there. If you enter a room with the energy of someone who knows their value, the entire room will feel it. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. 2. The art of unshakable presence. Handling interruptions with grace is a true test of self-control and inner strength. It's so easy to feel powerless when someone talks over you, cutting you off mid-thought. It can feel like a direct attack on your voice, your ideas, and very worth. But here's the truth. You don't need to lose your power in those moments. The way you handle interruptions is a reflection of your self-respect and confidence. When you own your words, when you speak them with purpose and conviction, others will inevitably learn to respect your voice. So, what should you do when someone interrupts you? First and foremost, don't react emotionally. That's the trap most people fall into. The impulse to raise your voice, to speak faster, or to become defensive is strong, but those reactions don't earn respect, they just escalate tension. Instead, choose a different path. When you're interrupted, pause. Take a slow, intentional breath. Let the pause hang in the air for a moment. And while you do, meet their eyes with calm authority. This is not about anger or confrontation. It's about asserting your space, about showing them that you are unshaken. Often, that silent moment alone is enough to command respect. It signals that you are in control, that your words are worth waiting for. If the interruption continues, or if the person seems unaware of the breach in courtesy, follow up with a composed statement. Say something like, "I'd like to finish my thought. Can I continue?" I was saying. Then, without hesitation, pick up where you left off. This is an incredibly powerful response because it is firm without being rude, calm without being passive. You are showing that your voice matters, that your perspective deserves to be heard. The key to handling interruptions gracefully lies in assertion without anger. When you can stand your ground with calm dominance, others will adjust. They'll recognize that they cannot overpower you, and they'll learn to listen to what you have to say. The beauty of this kind of strength is that it does not rely on force or aggression. It's not about getting louder, but about being unshaken. When you are steadfast, unruffled by others' behavior, you radiate an energy that demands respect effortlessly. This is the essence of true power, the kind that comes from within. I've come to realize that interruptions often aren't just disruptions, they're tests. The universe, or life itself, might be asking, how much do you truly believe in your voice? And when you handle it with grace, with confidence, and without allowing your emotions to dictate your response, you prove to yourself and others that you have absolute faith in your worth. You own your words, and the world quite literally will follow suit. When you don't give in to the urge to fight for your voice, but simply stand your ground, people will begin to respect not just what you say, but the very way you say it. And that's where your true power lies. 3. Mastering the mind, neutralizing humiliating jokes, is an art that requires immense mental discipline and inner peace. When someone tries to make you the butt of a joke, it can sting. It can feel like an attack on your dignity, your worth, your very being. But here's the powerful truth. The mind that remains still cannot be shaken by the winds of mockery. The key to handling disrespect like this is in your response, or more accurately, your lack of one. Disrespect thrives on reaction. The more you show that a joke or comment has gotten under your skin, the more power you give away to the person who made the joke. They can see it in your face, in your body language, and even in the tone of your voice. And the more they see that it's affecting you, the more they are emboldened to continue. But what if you refused to give them that power? What if you stayed completely detached, as though their words held no weight at all? Detachment that is your greatest weapon in moments like these. When someone makes a joke at your expense, the temptation is to laugh it off awkwardly, get defensive, or react with irritation. But none of those reactions serve you. Instead, pause, take a breath, and act as if you didn't hear the joke at all. Don't give them the satisfaction of seeing you react. Then calmly ask, "I didn't catch that. Could you say it again?" "Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What was that?" By doing this, you completely shift the balance of power. Now, the person who tried to humiliate you is the one who feels awkward. They have to repeat their joke, and in doing so, the power dynamic completely flips. The humor that once seemed clever or spontaneous now feels forced, clunky, and uncomfortable. It's as if their attempt at mockery has lost all its steam. The very nature of humor is spontaneous. It thrives on surprise, on the ease of the moment. When they have to repeat their joke, it loses that magic. It feels rehearsed, unnatural, and far less effective. It's no longer a funny jab at your expense. It's an awkward, self-conscious attempt that will likely lose its sting. On a deeper level, this technique demonstrates mental discipline. You're not just controlling your reactions, you're showing that you are completely unaffected by their attempts to undermine you. You're sending the message that your sense of self-worth is not shaped by external comments, no matter how hurtful or insulting. This kind of emotional resilience is not something that can be easily shaken. Over time, your ability to remain unshaken in the face of mockery will train others to see that their attempts do not affect you. They will begin to recognize that mocking you is pointless, that their words hold no power over you. You don't need to fight for your dignity, you own it. When you truly own your presence, when you are grounded in your worth, others will recognize it without resistance. They will know that their words, no matter how cutting, have no place in your world. You stand tall in your self-respect, and that alone is enough to neutralize any attempt at humiliation. In the end, this is not just about managing a moment of mockery, it's about mastering your energy. By staying detached, unshaken, and at peace with who you are, you send a powerful message to the world. You cannot be moved, you cannot be diminished. And that is the greatest form of respect you can command. 4. Spiritual disarmament. Shifting the energy of provocation is an incredibly powerful skill, one that, when mastered, can not only preserve your peace, but also allow you to maintain control of any conversation or interaction. Think about it. The one who controls the energy of a conversation controls the outcome. When someone attempts to provoke you, whether through criticism, an aggressive challenge, or an insult, they are trying to pull you into their lower vibration. They want to drag you into their emotional chaos, where conflict, ego, and imbalance rule. And when you engage with them on their level, you enter their reality, a reality where emotions run wild and nothing gets resolved. But here's the truth. You don't have to play by their rules. You don't have to be dragged into their conflict. You can flip the script entirely. The secret to shifting the energy of provocation is to disrupt their energy instead of engaging with it. This may sound counterintuitive, but it's incredibly effective. When you're provoked and you refuse to react in the way they expect, you completely throw off the balance of the interaction. You stop playing into their drama and start creating your own space of calm and control. One of the most powerful techniques is to respond with something completely out of context. When someone aggressively challenges you or insults you, don't defend yourself. Don't get pulled into their game. Instead, shift the focus entirely. For example, if someone starts attacking you, instead of fighting back, you might casually ask, "Do you know any good coffee spots around here?" The unexpected nature of this question catches them off guard. It leaves them momentarily confused and without a clear path to continue their provocation. It disrupts their energy, breaking the flow of tension that they were trying to build. Or if someone insults you, instead of reacting with anger or defensiveness, smile thoughtfully and say, "I just realized I completely forgot what I was supposed to do later." Ever have that feeling? The key here is that you're not engaging with the insult. You're not letting their negativity sink in. You're creating an entirely new reality in that moment, one where their insult has no place. This technique is all about energy redirection. By introducing an unexpected response, you disrupt the emotional dynamics of the conversation. You take control of the interaction, subtly but powerfully. When you refuse to engage in the drama, you prevent them from having any control over you. You shift the conversation's flow and, by extension, the energy of the situation. Now, the other person is the one left to adjust. Here's the deeper layer of this technique. The person who maintains inner stillness, who remains calm and undisturbed by the provocation, always has the advantage. When you control your energy, you control the situation. Those who are ruled by their emotions, whether through anger, pride, or insecurity, are easily manipulated by the chaos they create. But when you stay centered, when you let go of the urge to react impulsively, you create an emotional space that they cannot penetrate. Over time, people will begin to recognize that they cannot provoke you, cannot unsettle you, no matter how hard they try. And what's even more remarkable is that you can do this without ever raising your voice or showing any outward frustration. You do it simply by being unmoved. You become the calm in the storm, the anchor in a sea of emotional turbulence. And in doing so, you will find that you hold all the power, not through force or reaction, but through stillness, composure, and the ability to shift the energy of any conversation. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. 5. The power of walking away, choosing presence over approval, is one of the most powerful acts of self-respect you can make. There are times in life when your very absence can speak louder than any words you could say. Not everyone you encounter will honor your worth, and while that may sting, it's not something to take personally, it's simply part of life. The true measure of your self-respect comes from knowing when to remove yourself from spaces that do not appreciate you. This is not an act of weakness. It's an act of profound strength and clarity. When you choose to stay in environments that consistently disrespect you, even passively, you send yourself a damaging message. You unconsciously tell yourself, I must stay here to prove my worth. It becomes a cycle where you feel that to be valued, you must endure, fight for attention, or make yourself small to fit into someone else's idea of who you should be. But true confidence isn't about seeking validation from those who can't see your value. True confidence is in knowing your worth, regardless of who recognizes it, and having the strength to walk away when necessary. Walking away is not a weakness. It's a powerful, unapologetic statement. It says, I refuse to be in spaces that drain my energy and spirit. I do not need to fight for acknowledgement because I know my value. My worth is not contingent upon the approval of others. This isn't about avoiding conflict or confrontation out of fear. It's about choosing where your energy is best spent. You have the right to be selective about the environments and people you invest your time and energy in. The truth is, when you surround yourself with those who truly see and value you, your energy flows freely. But when you persist in staying in places that constantly diminish you, you start to erode your sense of self-worth. Instead of constantly seeking respect from others, start becoming someone who naturally commands respect not through force, not through demanding it, but through the presence you carry and the boundaries you set. The power lies in your actions, your choices, and your ability to live according to your values, not based on the opinions or approval of others. You don't need to chase respect. You don't need to beg for acknowledgement. When you embody self-respect in your own life, when you show up for yourself with unwavering confidence, others will begin to see that. They will recognize it, even in your absence. This shift, choosing presence over approval, doesn't mean becoming distant or cold. It means becoming clear in your self-worth, strong in your boundaries, and deliberate in where and with whom you invest your time. Your value does not need to be earned by jumping through hoops to please anyone. It exists in you innately, and the moment you recognize and honor that, others will start to see you in the same light. As we wrap up today's discussion, I want to leave you with a powerful thought. The way you carry yourself, the energy you bring, and the boundaries you set can change everything. We've explored how to handle interruptions with grace, how to neutralize humiliating jokes, and how to choose presence over approval. But now, I'd love to hear from you. What has stood out to you the most from today's video? What one thing will you take away and start practicing in your own life? Please share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know how you plan to apply these powerful lessons to create more respect, peace, and self-worth in your life. And if you found value in this video, please leave your comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more empowering content like this. Thank you for being here, and I can't wait to hear what you've learned.